Have a good day, everyone. I am Drian Tamia Taborada, 21 years old, a third year college student of Cotabato State University, taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. In this video presentation, I am going to have a comprehensive discussion about constructive feedbacking. However, before proceeding with the formal discussion, let us have first our learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to first, define what is feedback and constructive feedbacking. Second, understand the principles and characteristics of constructive feedbacking. And third, apply the principles and characteristics of constructive feedbacking in different scenarios. When you hear the word feedback, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What feelings do you have associated with feedback? Oftentimes, feedback conversations are anxiety-ridden because it's assumed to be negative feedback. Unfortunately, feedback has the binary stigma. It's either good or bad. Nevertheless, in reality, there are different types of feedback leveraged in both personal and professional relationships. They don't fall all into one camp or the other. Each type of feedback is serving a purpose to ultimately better individual, team, or work environment. Feedback is any response regarding a student's performance or behavior that can be verbal, written, or gestural. The purpose of feedback in the assessment and learning process is to improve a student's performance, not put a damper on it. It is essential that the process of providing feedback is a positive or at least a neutral learning experience for the student. Negative feedback can discourage student effort and achievement. Instructors have the distinct responsibility to nurture a student's learning and to provide feedback in such a manner that the student does not have the classroom feeling defeated. So, what is constructive feedbacking? Constructive feedback refers to the type of feedback aimed at achieving a positive outcome by providing someone with comments, advice, or suggestions that are useful for their work, in their career, or in their future. The outcome can be faster processes, improving behaviors, identifying weaknesses, or providing new perspectives. When we say constructive feedback, it is a form of communication designed to provide positive outcomes by offering individuals valuable comments, advice, or suggestions relevant to their work, to their career, or to their future endeavors. Unlike criticism that may focus solely on pointing out flaws, constructive feedback aims to guide and support the recipient. The ultimate goal of constructive feedback is to contribute to the individual's growth and improvement. This type of feedback holds the potential to catalyze faster and more efficient processes as it provides insights into areas where adjustments can be made. Moreover, constructive feedback plays a crucial role in shaping behaviors, helping individuals recognize and reinforce positive actions while identifying and rectifying areas of improvement. By offering fresh perspectives, this feedback fosters a dynamic learning environment where individuals can evolve and excel. Whether it's in the context of professional development or personal growth, constructive feedback serves as a constructive catalyst, empowering individuals to enhance their performance and reach their full potentials. At this juncture, we're now going to proceed on the principles and characteristics of constructive feedbacking. Constructive feedback is a cornerstone of effective communication and continuous improvement, embodying a set of principles designed to foster growth and positive change. Rooted in the idea of providing support rather than criticism, constructive feedback encompasses a strategic blend of insightful observations, engagement, and actionable suggestions. Whether applied in professional settings, educational environments, or personal relationships, the principles of constructive feedback aims to create a conducive atmosphere for development. By acknowledging areas of opportunity with a constructive perspective and offering guidance for improvement, it will provide an encouragement to individuals, teams, and relationships to succeed. In the following exploration, we delve into the key principles that supports constructive feedback, exploring its role in enhancing performance, strengthening collaboration, and contributing to overall success. Specificity. Clearly identify the specific behaviors, actions, or aspects that are the subject of feedback. General feedback may not be helpful in guiding improvement. So, this principle underscores the importance of clarity and precision when providing input on an individual's behavior, action, or aspects requiring improvement. General feedback runs the risk of being unclear and ineffective as it fails to determine the exact elements that needs improvement. Specificity and feedback offers a roadmap for improvement by clearly identifying the observable behaviors or actions that are the focus of the feedback. This precision allows the recipient to understand not only what requires enhancement, but also how to take concrete steps towards improvement. This clarity empowers individuals to make target adjustments, fostering a more purposeful and efficient path toward growth and development. Therefore, being specific and constructive feedback ensures that the recipient gains actionable rights, maximizing the impact of the feedback on their ongoing improvement efforts. Focus on behavior. Concentrate on observable behaviors and actions rather than making personal judgments about an individual. This helps in keeping the feedback objective and actionable. This principle emphasizes the essence of directing attention to observable actions and behaviors rather than making subjective judgments about an individual. By concentrating on specific, tangible behaviors, feedback becomes more objective and actionable. It avoids generalizations or assumptions about a person's character and instead centers on the actions or performance that are directly relevant to the feedback. For example, rather than stating that an individual is uncooperative, specific feedback might highlight instances where collaborative efforts fell short or where communication could have been more inclusive. This shift to observable behavior makes the feedback more concrete and provides the recipient with clear examples to understand how their actions impact the overall context. It also creates a constructive dialogue by focusing on aspects that can be modified or improved, facilitating a more positive and solution oriented approach to growth and development. By concentrating on behavior, constructive feedback remains grounded in tangible evidence, fostering a more fair, objective, and effective communication process. Timeliness. Provide feedback in a timely manner, ideally close to the time when the observed behavior or performance occurred. This ensures that the feedback is relevant and connected to the specific context. So, this principle highlights the significance of offering input close to the occurrence of the observed behavior or performance. Providing feedback promptly enhances its relevance and connection to the specific context in which the actions took place. Timely feedback allows individuals to relate the information to the actual event, making it more meaningful and actionable. Waiting too long to deliver feedback may result in a disconnect between the behavior and the input, diminishing the impact and making it challenging for the recipient to recall the specifics of the situation. Timeline is crucial for ensuring that feedback is contextually grounded, enabling individuals to understand the immediate consequences of their actions and facilitating a quicker and more effective response. This principle aligns with the notion that constructive feedback is most impactful when it addresses real time situations, contributing to a continuous cycle of improvement and promoting a culture of responsiveness and adaptability. Balance. Acknowledge both strengths and areas for improvement. Recognizing what the individual is doing well helps maintain a positive and supportive tone while addressing areas that needs attention. This principle emphasizes the essence of acknowledging both strengths and areas for improvement when providing feedback. This approach ensures a comprehensive and fair assessment of an individual's performance or actions. Recognizing strengths serves to maintain a positive and supportive tone, reinforcing behaviors that continue to success and fostering a sense of achievement. On the other hand, addressing areas for improvement is essential for growth and development. Striking a balance follows the feedback to be constructive rather than purely critical, creating a more well rounded perspective for the recipient. By acknowledging strengths, they are given guidance on how to enhance their overall performance. This balanced approach contributes to a constructive and collaborative feedback culture where individuals feel both valued and challenged, ultimately promoting a conducive environment for continuous improvement and professional or personal growth. Clarity. Communicate your feedback in a clear and straightforward manner. Ambiguity can lead to misunderstandings, so use specific examples and language that is easy to understand. This principle underscores the essence of communicating feedback in a clear and straightforward manner. Ambiguity can lead to misunderstandings, hindering the effectiveness of the feedback process. To ensure that the intended message is conveyed accurately, it is essential to use specific examples and language that is easy to understand. Clarity allows the recipient to understand the content of the feedback, comprehend the specific behaviors or actions being addressed, and understand the context in which improvements are sought. By providing specific examples, the feedback becomes more tangible and relatable, enabling the recipient to connect the inputs to their actual performance. Using straightforward language eliminates confusion and ensures that the feedback is easily tangible, facilitating a more constructive and focused response. In essence, clarity in communication enhances the impact of constructive feedback by making it transparent, actionable, and conducive to meaningful improvements. Empathy. Consider the recipient's perspective and feelings. Feedback is more likely to be well received and acted upon if it is delivered with empathy and an understanding of the recipient's efforts. So, this principle demonstrates the significance of considering the recipient's perspective and feelings when delivering feedback. Acknowledging and understanding the efforts and emotions of the individual receiving feedback is crucial for ensuring that the message is well received and likely to be acted upon. By approaching feedback with empathy, the feedback provider takes into account the recipient's experiences, challenges, and intentions. This understanding allows for a more compassionate and supportive delivery, creating an environment where individuals feel respected and valued. When feedback is delivered with empathy, it fosters a sense of trust and openness, making it more likely that the recipient will be receptive to the input and motivated to act on it. Additionally, an empathetic approach helps mitigate potential defensiveness, enabling a more constructive and collaborative communication focused on growth and improvement. Incorporating empathy into constructive feedback establishes a foundation of understanding and respect, contributing to a positive feedback culture that nurtures personal and professional development. Solution oriented. Offer constructive suggestions or recommendations for improvement. Provide guidance on how the individual can address the identified areas for growth, making the feedback more actionable. This principle emphasizes the essence of not only pointing out areas for improvement, but also providing constructive suggestions or recommendations. It goes beyond identifying problems. It offers guidance on how the individual can address the identified areas for improvement. By presenting actionable solutions, the feedback becomes more practical and empowering. Instead of leaving the recipient unsure of how to take improvements, solution oriented feedback provides a guide for development. It is beneficial for promoting a proactive mindset, encouraging the recipient to take concrete steps towards positive change. It transforms the feedback process from a mere critique to a collaborative effort in which the individual is not only made aware of shortcomings but is also equipped with the tools and insights needed to enhance their performance. In essence, being solution oriented in constructive feedback promotes a culture of continuous improvement where individuals are supported in their quest for excellence through clear and actionable guidance. Private and confidential. When possible, deliver feedback in a private setting to avoid embarrassment or discomfort for the individual. Confidentiality helps build trust and encourages open communication. So, this principle underscores the significance of creating an environment that minimizes embarrassment or discomfort for the individual receiving feedback. By choosing a private setting, feedback providers demonstrate a commitment to preserving the recipient's dignity and personal space. It recognizes that constructive feedback can be positive and sensitive, and discussing it openly in public may lead to feelings of embarrassment or defensiveness. Moreover, confidentiality in the feedback process builds trust between the giver and the receiver, fostering an atmosphere where individuals feel safe to express their thoughts, concerns, and challenges. Trust is essential for open communication and collaboration. And when individuals believe that their feedback will be treated with discretion, they are more likely to engage in a meaningful and honest dialogue. This principle of private and confidential feedback contributes to a culture of trust, respect, and open communication, creating a supportive environment for constructive discussions about growth and improvement. Encourage self reflection. Prompt the individual to reflect on their own performance and consider how they can contribute to their own growth and development. Encouraging self reflection promotes a sense of ownership and responsibility. This principle highlights the importance of prompting individuals to assess their own performance and contemplate their role in personal growth and development. Rather than merely offering external observations, it empowers individuals to actively engage in evaluating their actions and considering ways to enhance their skills or behaviors. Encouraging self reflection serves as a catalyst for personal responsibility and ownership of one's development. By prompting individuals to think critically about their performance, strengths, and areas for improvement, they become more invested in the feedback process. This sense of ownership promotes a proactive mindset where individuals take responsibility for their own actions and actively seek ways to grow and excel. Encouraging self reflection transforms feedback from a one way communication into a collaborative process where individuals become partners in their own development journey. It aligns with the notion that lasting change and improvement are most effective when individuals are actively engaged in the process of self discovery and self improvement. And that concludes our discussion for this video presentation. Thank you for listening and watching.